Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another recipe video. Today I'm going to be sharing how to make a quick-ish poke bowl. I have done a video like this before, but I made each individual ingredient, like kind of part of the poke bowl, and it just took so long. So I wanted to show you a kind of cheats version of it that you can have from start to finish in half an hour, and that's only because your rice is the thing that takes the longest. If you're watching this video and you're seeing me for the first time, I would love for you to subscribe. I post loads of foodie videos on my channel with a brand new recipe video every single Sunday morning at 7 AM UK time. So if you're not subscribed, then hit that button down there so you don't miss any future videos like this. So I have already got my rice on the go. I am cooking my rice exactly like how I would cook normal rice, but this is sushi rice. So what I have done is I've rinsed my rice thoroughly to make sure I've got any excess starch off before cooking it. Then what I've just done is I have put 500 grams of rice to 600 mils of water, and I'm going to bring it up to the boil. Once it's boiled, I'm just going to then turn it down to a simmer, leave it for 10 to 15 minutes until all your water has soaked up, and then I'm going to keep the lid on and I'm just going to let it stay with the lid on for about 10 minutes, and then by that time everything else will be ready. So while your rice is cooking, we're going to get going with the rest of the meal. So first of all, I've got a carrot here which I'm just going to peel very quickly. The reason I'm doing the carrot first is because I'm actually going to marinate this carrot, so I want to get this job done so that it can marinate for as long as possible to make sure it soaks up all the nice flavours that you're going to be adding into your bowl. Once you've peeled and topped and tailed your carrot, you then just want to peel along the same side of your carrot so you get nice thin fat ribbons of carrot. So what I'm just going to do is get myself a bowl, pop my carrot ribbons in there, and then I'm going to get my soy sauce and I'm just going to pour some of that on there, along with a little bit of sesame seed oil, and finally a little bit of maple syrup. And then you just want to give that a mix around to make sure all of your carrot ribbons are nicely covered. What you're going to do with this is just every couple of minutes you just want to give it a mix around again, just to make sure any bits that are not in the sauce just get covered again. Right, set that to one side. It's now time to start on your salmon. So I've actually got cooked salmon here. You can do this with raw salmon or you can have cooked salmon. As I've already got cooked salmon, it's a lot quicker too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick that into the frying pan because I just want to kind of like sear the bits of salmon to get some sort of charcoaly bits onto them. Obviously, as mine is cooked, if you want to just do this from raw and cook your salmon, that's totally fine too. While that's cooking through, I'm going to start making up my sauce. So I am going to again use some maple syrup. You want about 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. By the way, this is for 2 people what I am making here. Soy sauce, I would say 3 tablespoons of soy, and then you want 2 tablespoons of your sesame seed oil. You also want to go in with some garlic granules too, so I'm just going to put 1 teaspoon of garlic granules in here, and then just give it a really good mix around to make sure everything combines nicely. Okay, back to the salmon, and I can smell that it's searing nicely, so I'm just going to gently turn it over. Oh, that looks amazing. So what I'm going to do now that the salmon has seared on both sides, I'm going to get some of my sauce and I'm just going to spoon it over each little bit of salmon so that it can kind of soak up the nice flavours while it's still in the pan. Next up, we're just going to get prepping everything else. So I've got 2 spring onions here. I use 1 spring onion per poke bowl that I'm making. So I'm just going to top and tail those. I'm also just going to take the outside layer of each one off. And then I'm just going to slice them sideways like this. And then I've also here got some pickled ginger too. So what we do when we buy sushi from a sushi counter in a supermarket, we just take a couple of extra and we keep them in our cupboard so that whenever we make something like this, we can just take them out of the cupboard and add them to our meal. Really good way of having that nice bit of pickled ginger without you having to make it yourself, because this is a bit of a cheats poke bowl here. Right, next I've got an avocado, so I'm just going to halve that. Again, I'm going to use 1 avocado for 2 people, so each person is going to have half of the avocado. So you just want to halve it. You want to get yourself a spoon, you want to just carefully scoop your avocado out of the skin and then tip it upside down, and then you're just going to slice it quite thinly, squash it to the side like that, and it looks really nice. Okay, so rice is ready. I've actually had the lid off this for quite a while now because I wanted the rice to cool down, because a poke bowl is actually meant to be cold. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to spoon some rice into the bowl first of all. So that's what we're going to start off with. Next up, we're going to go in with some edamame beans. Then we've got our carrots. These smell absolutely amazing. And there you have it, your super quick and easy poke bowl. I mean, that looks absolutely delicious. I'm now gonna give it a try. Oh my gosh, Chris is waiting like, all right, give me some. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. It's got so many flavors in there, just delicious. Love a poke bowl. I'll let you know what Chris thinks in a minute. Let me know if you give this recipe a try and what you think of it. And I will see you guys again next week. Bye. Nice, huh?
Amazing.
Good.